Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's Cardfight Vanguard weekly update. My name is James and today I'll be going through the card shown throughout the past 7 days. Starting with Megacolony, we have the RR Grade 3 Prismatic Mutant Stagger 7. He's a bit odd, and the reason for that is he hasn't got a gift marker despite being a RR, which is a bad sign, though his skill is Auto Rearguard Circle when it attacks a Vanguard if all of the units are rest, cost Counterblast 1, and until the end of the battle this unit gets plus 20,000 power, then costs Soul Blast 2 grade 3s. Your opponent chooses a card from his or her hand, discards it, and he or she can only call cards with the grade of the discarded card. This is good for the first part of the skill. Not many of the big protect beaters give you the power and the guard restrict separately, meaning you don't need to use the big Soul Blast cost to get the 20,000 power. The Soul Blast part is really good, it's just a shame that the VR himself needs the soul as well for the grade 3s, but I guess this just continues to give Butterfly Officer even more use. Giant Salute Mutant Towerhom is not a great card, but has Auto Vanguard Circle Rearguard Circle when placed, cost discard a card from your hand, draw a card, and if your opponent has no stud units, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. This could have some use with the cycle in your hand, as Megacolony do like to run a lot of grade 3s, so this will give you less chance of needing to G-assist. But I don't think the plus 5,000 power is enough to give him space in the deck. Machining get another really good grade 3 with Machining Centipede, and has Act Vanguard Circle Rearguard Circle cost Counterblast 1 to use the same number of your opponent's units as the number of rest rearguard that you control, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, those units lose Twin Drive, Intercept, and Boost, and they cannot gain them. Stand this unit. Now 2 units that can rest your own units, such as Machining Grade 3 from last week, as well as the Grade 1 Machining Lady Bomber, who now has a worthy spot in the deck thanks to this card. So it shouldn't be too hard to get 4 or 5 of your rearguards at rest with this card. They can just ride over the Vanguard to get the Twin Drive back, but losing Intercept, especially after paralysing the field with Machining Ornamental against Axel, is going to be a lot of damage against your opponent. Also, a small note, this unit does stand back up even on Vanguard Circle, so it can break Zanbaku's paralysis. Tachikaze's VR is here this week with Thundering Sword Dragon Anger Blader. His first skill is Act Vanguard Circle, cost per rearguard face down as an equip gauge for another rearguard. Choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. 1 for 1 is pretty good, and you're not just losing yours, you're turning it into fuel. Not just that, but it isn't once per turn. This complements the second skill with Auto Vanguard Circle when it attacks, cost Counterblast 1, stand 3 of your rearguards with 3 or more gauges each, and all of your front row get plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. Getting 9 equipped gauges in total is going to hurt your deck size, or hand size if you're going for the first skill a lot, though if you make the most of the second skill it can do a lot of damage. A grade 2 that complements the VR is the RR Clearout Dragon Sweepercrocanto. The first ability is Auto Rearguard Circle once per turn. When it attacks Vanguard, put the top card of your deck face down as an equip gauge for this unit. And it has Continuous Rearguard Circle. This unit gets plus 5,000 power for each equip gauge it has on it, and if it has 3 or more equip gauges, it cannot be chosen by your opponent's card abilities. This power up even counts on your opponent's turn, so although this is a rearguard you really want to get rid of as an opponent, it's going to be harder and harder so the longer this stays out. Deflagration Dragon Bombraptor is another grade 2 with Auto Rearguard Circle once per turn. When your opponent's rearguard is retired during your turn, put the top card of your deck face down as an equip gauge on this unit, and you may have this unit get plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn for each of this unit's equip gauges. This synergizes well with the new VR, though you might want to chuck some gauges on it from other cards first, as it's only once per turn and the power up only happens on activation. A RR Grade 1 is Sharp Thorn Dragon Perlakenspine. It has Auto, when it is retired from Rearguard Circle, activate all of the effects below according to the sum of the number of your equipped gauges. 1 or more, charge 1, 2 or more, countercharge 1, and 3 or more, move all cards equipped gauges to one of your other rearguards so you don't lose them. It is strange to want to get 3 gauges on a grade 1, but the bonuses are really good, as well as keeping the gauges safe on the back row until you need them. Fierce Light Dragon Opticalcerato is a grade 3 with Auto Vanguard Circle Rearguard Circle when placed, or when it attacks a Vanguard, you may put the top card of your deck face down as an equip gauge for one of your rearguards. Just some more really flexible gauge gaining is always good. A strange grade 3 is Savage Mercenary. He has a base power of 27,000, but his skill is he can't be normal ridden, and currently no way to superior ride him in standard Tachikaze. And he has Continuous Rearguard Circle if you have no units with equipped gauges in the same unit. This unit cannot attack, so he has a few restrictions, but that's to be expected for what's basically a free 15k power at all times. Finally for Tachikaze, we have Armoured Mammoth. It has Auto Rearguard Circle when it attacks, cost discard all of this unit's equip gauges. Until the end of the battle, when your opponent would call cards from his or her hand to Guardian Circle, he or she can only call the number of cards, or more, as the number of equipped gauges discarded for this cost. So if your opponent is on 5 damage, stick as many gauges on this unit as possible, and they have to spill their whole hand just to guard it, which they likely won't be able to do because you're an Excel clan and they would have already had to use most of their hand to defend against all your other guys. Lastly, we're on to Spike Brothers, and they have the double R grade 1 Snapper Devil. He has auto Vanguard Circle. When its attack hits, draw a card. Already pretty useful and makes him the ideal first ride. And he also has auto rearguard circle. When it boosts, cost counter +1 and move all your force markers to the boosted unit circle. We have a grade 2 that puts all the markers on itself, but it's not one option to make it more flexible with what units get those gifts. Spikes also get a fantastic triple R grade 2 with Power Back Ronaldo. He has auto Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle. When placed from hand, cost counter +1 and put a card from your hand into your soul. Look at the same number of cards from the top of your deck as your Vanguard's grade. Call up to 3 cards from among them to Rearguard Circle and put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. This skill is incredibly good as it lets you essentially get +2 for a reasonably low cost. Also, some cards require the same named unit in the soul, so this card will help fix those costs. And the final card of the week is Big Blow Ted. He's a grade 1 who works with the General Seyfried side and has auto Rearguard Circle. When placed, cost put a grade 2 or greater card from your drop zone on the bottom of your deck. And this unit gets plus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. A really good buff for what is basically no cost, and cool. This soap actually helps you a lot. And that is everything for this week. Be sure to check out next week when I'll be going through the card show throughout the next 7 days, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!